Good morning and hello, Twitch stream, YouTube stream, Twitter stream. Where are we? This fucking thing. What's up? Good morning. Oh, look at that little curl over there. That's not bad. Ooh, man. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The hairline got worse. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I don't even understand what's going on here. It's like, widow's peak is like where it comes out. This is an inverse widow's peak. Man, my forehead is fucking massive. Wow. Also, I don't really think it does me any favors to go up against this beige wall. I look even more pale than I already am. I got to get outside and get some vitamin C. Well, no, vitamin D. Sorry. Not vitamin C. Anyways, good morning. How we doing? A little banged up. I'm sick. Nobody cares if I'm sick. I saw Flatwood Fellas comments. I understand. I did a pretty good job avoiding it. Everybody's sick. Like literally everybody has gotten sick in the last month. I've been bobbing and weaving. I don't know how. Truly don't know how. I usually get it first. And when I was younger, when I got sick, it never held me down. When I got sick, it never prevented me from doing anything. And, you know, pre-COVID, like you could still go to work, you could still go to school. People didn't really frown upon it as much. Post-COVID, and even myself included, it's like, bro, if you're sick, get the fuck away from me. Nobody wants to get sick, which I understand, but I never called out of work a day for being sick. Never. I'd work through that shit. But I've always liked to work because I like to make money. But even when I managed a bar, but this is tough. I mean, even yesterday I was like, I mean, could I sit in front of a computer and talk about sports? Probably. But I was hurting, you know. You sound awful. Yeah, I'm better today. I started feeling it on Christmas Eve. So what was that? So that was the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. This is like day 4. Yesterday I was in really bad shape and I slept like shit. You know what I have that's worse than everything? My mom has COVID. I'm not going to talk about COVID on here because I know people are like, "Oh, you only have COVID if you test for COVID." I'm not getting into that. But you know, the worst thing is my fucking headaches are killing me. And that's usually starts with the throat. Then it gets to the congestion. Then it gets to a cough, kind of like a little around the world. My head is pounding. Temples hurt. You know, it's probably not even great that I'm wearing these fucking glasses because they're tight. So they won't slide down. It was funny, you know, when I was wearing these blue light glasses and I was doing the board review where I was filming myself on the phone. Somebody said, you need to get your glasses tightened because they kept sliding down like this. And I kept having to push them up. And I was like, oh, yeah. Brilliant. So anyways, good morning. What's up, Sweaty? New follower. Hello. 16F Cali, TH Hump. Oh, those are a couple days ago. Mods, I switched the category to just chatting. I think that's what we want to do. Snidesy, 7-monther. No, they've been subscribed for 25 months. 25 months too long. Proper use of 2. Snidesy, I have a task for you, by the way. Do you want to make Twitch sub badges? If you know how to, I think we could use those. Whatever happened to Bats, by the way? Bats Gambling. Bats sent me some sub badges, and I didn't really know how to upload them. I don't know what I'm doing, but that was really nice of him. He was a nice dude. I like that guy. Motherfucker is 15 minutes late. Tell me how big this head is. Will you shut up? When I had COVID, the headache was by far the worst part. I felt like I was going to explode. Yeah, it's brutal. You know, the first time I had COVID, it was the craziest thing. I heard NYC during COVID was scary. It was, you know what? It was weird. It was weird, but there were, I'm just going to be honest with you. There were some pretty cool things about a crowded place not being crowded. You want to hear the memory I'll have of COVID in New York? This is the craziest thing. My wife and I drove somewhere. I forget where we went. We went like on a hike or something. And on our way back, we drove through the city and we drove through Times Square and there was like nobody there. It was wild. We went from, this might not sound that crazy if you've never really driven through the city, but I'm telling you, this is fucking crazy. We drove from Times Square. Hear me out. Listen to this. Pay attention. This is some fucking 28 Days Later type shit. We drove from Times Square, driving south to Brooklyn, from Times Square to the Brooklyn Bridge, and we didn't hit one red light. Does that make any sense to you? You're lucky if you go 5 blocks without not hitting a red light because of how much traffic there is and people crossing. From Times Square on a map right here, all the way down to the Brooklyn Bridge, hit one light. That shit was wild. Yeah, Fleece gets it. That shit was wild. Whoa, we got sub banks coming in, baby. Let's go. Good morning. Thanks guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. I'm going to try to do as good of a job as I can. I am struggling. I have 5 people watching this. Can you give an OU Navy pick? Good morning, Prime. Hello. I know you're concerned about my health. Don't worry. I'm doing better. Thank you for asking. Shout out Prime, by the way. Nickel Whale. Did you have the Bears last night? I'm not even trying to be an asshole. I don't know if you had the Bears. Is it? No, it's Trent that's on a heater. How about book it with Trent on a heater, by the way? You love to see that. Valorant gave out a sub bank. Thank you, Valorant. Cephas from Twitter, 5 sub banks. Flu subs. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying I have the flu, by the way. Aloha Bet gifted a sub bank to Ron Mux. Love that. DGen Law subscribed for 2 months. Welcome, DGen Law, to the board review. I know you're a new-ish member. We got some sub banks nice and early. We love that. Oh, wait. It said Shweddy just got a sub. Nice. Shweddy just followed, too. And now Shweddy got a sub. You walk right into the party. You get steak tartare. You love that. He had Seahawks -4. Very sorry, Prime. I did not mean to do that. Howdy, fellas. What the fuck? Why am I getting ads? I'm not sure. I missed a lot of Oh, what's up, mid-major? Yeah, I'll send you a link in like 20. Let's talk college first. We'll get mid-major up here to talk a little NFL. Motherfuckers, 15-minute. Yeah, I bet Greg doesn't get sick. Dude, Greg is a sicko. No, he doesn't. He got sick for the first time recently. He came to Florida, actually. Everybody's sick. But he went to he's fruit before noon. He's got a great immune system, by the way. Great. Never sick. He's actually insane. Oh, I remember. This is the last time I remember that I powered through being sick. I think it was in like 2015 or 16. So what was I, 8 years ago? So I was about 30 years old. We went to Montreal, me, Greg, and our buddy Mark. We did a little guys trip. Our wives were out on like vacation somewhere. We're like, let's go do a guys trip. And I remember the day I got sick as fuck on the way there, and I just pushed through. We went to Canadians games. We did all kinds of shit. Canadians, Leafs. And I remember at the bar, I was just pounding hot toddies. And it was disgusting. It was the bar. They were heating up a steamer to heat up the water. And then I went to fucking Tim Hortons to get honey and lime and shit. And they were pouring whiskey in it. I was fine. I couldn't go to the after party though. I couldn't. That's where I called it. You sound awful. What's up, Buzzcut? DJM Peak. What's up, DJM Peak? Yep, flu game. Good thing you're going bald. Yep, that's true. Yo, what's good, DJ? What's up, Cephas? Thanks for the sub banks. Good morning. What's up, Hinkle? Beeman, what's up? Beeman, fucking Pacers, bro. They blew it. Felt like the right read. All right, let's get into it. No time to waste. I do have a nice, hot cup of tea. Oh, scorcher. Hot cup of tea. Lemon, ginger, honey. I could add some lemon to it. I got a cough drop. I got some water with electrolytes. I just took some Tylenol. I had a cup of a bowl of soup. Whoa! I almost spilled my fucking tea. One thing I'm good at doing is attacking a cold. I'm good at attacking a cold. The one thing I haven't done is gone to a sauna. I need to go to a sauna. I did do a 3-mile walk though yesterday, trying to sweat that bitch out. I woke up, my head was drenched in sweat this morning. I think that's good. Barty Bart with the sub bank. Appreciate you. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a great Christmas. Feels so good to say. I can't believe we won the war on Christmas. That was a long, hard-fought war. I'm just kidding. But not really. By the way, I saw a funny video today. My wife sent me. It's of British kids trying biscuits and gravy with chicken and sweet tea, like American Southern breakfast. It's actually quite funny. Maybe I'll retweet it later. I thought it was funny. I always wonder when am I almost knocked over my glass of water. I'm just going to stop touching things. I always wonder when I'm getting to the point of when I'm starting to like old people humor. I get worried, That's why I haven't gone on Facebook in forever. But anytime you go on Facebook, it's like a picture of it's people's kids, or it's like a relative just sharing like a meme, But it's like this is old people humor, but it's funny, It's still funny. All right. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk college football. We do have 4 games today. The news. Oh my God. Do we have 5 games today? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I picked a terrible time to get sick, dude. Newsletter is out. Short one, short and sweet. Greg's on an 8 a.m. flight. He's probably landed by now. Greg's on a flight back to the Big Apple. I think he was out visiting family. Steaks on his way back from vacation. W Steak, safe travels. And we do have 3 picks in the NFL though. They're on the newsletter. You can subscribe for free. Thank you to everybody who is pledging their support and contributing financially. We do appreciate it. We are going to revamp the website, I think, going into 2025 and maybe start utilizing that a little bit more. Not necessarily, I don't know if blogging is dead, but I wouldn't mind featuring some more picks too. A lot of people have really good. People were DMing me and shit over the break and while I was on my flight that they do a lot of writing. Some people are starting newsletters, which I think is awesome. I support anybody trying to get involved in this space. I think it's great. But I'm happy to feature more people's picks and stuff, which I think is great for the Discord too. I put so much attention on Twitter, to try to engage, interact, everything. Sometimes I'm just exhausted and I can't use the brain power in Discord as much, but I do really like it in there. And I like when people put their write-ups, but I want to utilize the website a little bit more, and then also maybe get like a message board activated. So we're gonna put some time, energy, effort, and money into that. I am gonna pull up Action Network right now. Prime, I'm sorry that you and your 5 friends are having to sit through me yapping, but I also trust that you probably warned them this would happen. We're gonna talk college football real quick before we move in. Yesterday, it was never David Lynch. It was never Pitt. It was always Toledo. It was always points. My early leans that I tweeted out ended up actually being pretty good. Fireworks in Toledo, 46-44. Didn't play the over. I played Pitt first half like a fucking idiot. And then the second game, I think I was wrong. I said Avery Johnson masterclass. That didn't necessarily happen. But he shout out Javon. I think Javon's been doing a square a week. Or no, a square. What is he doing? Is a square a day? Does that sound right? Yeah. And he hit the rushing yards. That was a great read. That was a great look. And then he what was it? And then Arkansas State. It's hard to say. Yeah, I saw somebody tweeted me in a clip. I think it was Ethan. Shout out Ethan. He tweeted me in a clip of Stuckey, who I like Stuckey. He's I think he's one of the OGs of sports gambling Twitter. And he showed me a clip from the YouTube show talking about how bad Arkansas State was. And it did keep me off, and that's okay. I don't care. But sometimes I like that. You know, I like that really, really bad team all year in a meaningless bowl game. That's the time for these teams to thrive. But I'll tell you what, man, I can't really fucking bet bowls like I used to. If you go to my Action Network and you go to my NCAA football record, you go look at the I think I started tracking in 2022. If you go to 2023 or maybe that bowl season, I think it was when TCU went in the playoffs. Shout out TCU upsetting Michigan. That was great. But that I think I won like 14 units that bowl season. I can't get a grip on anything right now. It's very, very difficult, but I'm still going to try. You know, I'm still going to try. We're still going to do it. It's fun. W Hype Train level 3 in here. Crutch Bets 27 months. Fucking OG. Nice. Thank you. We got 100 people in here on Twitch. Nice and early. Love that. How we doing in YouTube? YouTube gang in here. DJen, should I be taken out back and shot for taking the over and see on? No, no. Can't be college players in my state. Yeah, I can't bet them either. I think I would have taken Avery Johnson rushing yards, and I think that was Javon Square W collab. I'm just kidding. That would have been 892. Oh, I got to update that real quick. Banners. But anyways, I do like betting college props if you can. I just don't have access to it, but I'm still happy to talk about it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I saw a clip of Miami's basketball coach talking about it, John Laranaga. I'm going to butcher that last name. Give me a break today. All right. I'm going at about fucking 45%, but I'm trying. You guys are doing good though. You're not busting my balls too hard. I don't think Prime is tripping me either. Joanne went 3-0 yesterday on bull props. Love that. It was 57.5 on the book. So you would have, oh God. Jeez, I would have been so fucking pissed. Yikes. What up, Brett and Twitter? What are you laughing at? Square for every game. Yep. Dylan Edwards masterclass. I'm on Navy +5. Okay. Is Prime the new Billy Walters? People are talking. I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I hate to admit that Prime is entertaining. I hate to give him the fucking spotlight. I want to do a collab with Steak for the Sunday's Green Bay, Minnesota game. Packers money line. Hilarious. I don't think he's going to do that. That's brutal. That's brutal. D Mahoney W's. What did D Mahoney do? Gifting subs? What did D Mahoney do? I got 54.5 on my book, covered by Half Lucky. Yep. DJen, ND is going to beat Georgia. Oh no, dude. I don't know. I'm getting nervous, man. His friends are watching. Why the fuck would you say that? Oh, I don't know. I forgot. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have given him any credit. That motherfucker's head will get bigger than my forehead. What's up, Gambling State U? Prayers for Freecoin. Yeah, that sucks, man. I saw that tweet from Freecoin. I don't know that I really want to get involved in fucking drama. I'm a little too old for that, but I hope everything is okay with him in that situation. All right, let's get into it. First game on the slate, guys. We got Oklahoma and Navy. I tweeted about this a while ago, and I said, when Kathy Hochul was giving out New York residents $500, I tweeted a screenshot of me putting $500 on Navy money line. And that tweet did pretty well. I guess people may have related to maybe wanting to do the same, or maybe just wanting $500 from Kathy Hochul. We'll talk about politics. But anyways, I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm a syndicate, right? So here's what I'm thinking. I get nervous when something is too sharp and there's too much steam, especially in bowl season. What the fuck is all this money doing on Navy? What is all this money doing on Navy? I mean, is everybody tailing me? How do you go from a 9-point favorite to a pick'em? Oh, we just chatting. Yeah, shiver me booty. People respect our troops. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, in Oklahoma, I actually took a couple years ago. It's so funny. I think I even like DM'd PFT or Big Cat or something. I was like, hey, I got to play today. Then it was Army at Oklahoma. And I was like, Oklahoma is just the kind of state and the kind of people that would respect the military school. They're not going to beat them up, you know? And Army covered. It was actually a great read. I think they were like plus fucking 28 or something. I don't know. But anyways, I do agree that Oklahoma is a team that just doesn't seem like they're going to beat up on a military school. But you know, this is a team that's been down in the dumps this year. So I don't know. And Navy's riding a high of beating Army. Something's weird here. Something's weird. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting a weird feeling. They've only got 50 scholarship players active. How many do you need? You got 11 on offense. You got 11 on defense. It's 22. And 11 on special teams. It's 33. And you got 17 on the bench. But special teams players can play. How many players does a team need? Like the over? Oklahoma's focused on the portal, not Navy. Game in Texas. Game's going over. Yeah, might. Michael Hawkins Jr. might be the worst quarterback who has ever quarterbacked. He's pretty rough, but is he worse than Ty Thompson? I don't know. They don't have any receivers playing in this game, but dude, serious question. Would it even matter? Oklahoma can't throw the football. Oklahoma cannot throw the football. I mean, seriously, they could have Hollywood Brown back there. By the way, I'm so sick of fucking saying Hollywood Brown. I don't think this guy deserves a fucking nickname that cool. Just hasn't done anything for me. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's where I'm at. All right, Boomer Sooner. All right, yep. Here's where I'm at. I've watched Oklahoma play football. Prime, cover your ears. They're terrible. They are terrible. Navy's not terrible. But this is too much. This is just too much steam. And I want no part of it. If I had the 8.5. Oh, I'll tell you. Actually, I'll tell you something real quick. Fade the fan. I'll tell you something real quick. Listen up. Lend me your ears. I got a story for you. I got a fucking flu game fireside chat story for you. Come here. Listen up. Listen up. Where is this guy? Here's what I got. So I'm not going to name any names. Okay. I'm not naming any names. But there was an Ohio State fan who told me he had $1,000 on Tennessee plus 7.5. And I literally laughed at him. And I like this guy. I like this Twitter account. I've actually met the guy in person. I met him at a Yankees game. Nice guy. Nothing personal. But you know, one of my systems is to fade the fan. You know that. It's been I've had that for a couple years. Actually, I would probably tell you that I think I introduced that system to a lot of people in this space, which is fine. You don't have to give me credit for it. But I'll call you out if you don't, bitch. So anyways, he DMs me. And in that moment, I knew. I was like, oh, it's Ohio State. They said no. Team's down in the dumps, blah, 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 blah. My buddy's telling me this. My buddy's telling me that. Tennessee plus 7.5. And take the money line too. I was like, all right, Ohio State's going to kill him now. Fade the fan. You did the same thing with the NDIU game, though? I don't know, Jake Beard. I don't know what you mean. Pretty sure you stole that from Primer. Shut up. All right, so hold on. Fan 0-1. Now I got this guy in my DMs. You ready for this? Not naming names. I don't know if he's watching. So he says, he DMs me when I posted that tweet about doing $500 that Kathy Hochul is going to give me to put it on Navy Moneyline. He DM'd me. First time he ever DM'd me. And he said, he's been polite, by the way. I like polite, banter in the DMs. Oklahoma ain't losing to Navy. You are high. All right. That's what he said. I said, Oklahoma stinks. Navy's Super Bowl. You think the Sooners give a shit about that game? He said, far too talented team for Navy. regardless of opt-outs and transfers. And then he said, respect for responding. Thank you. I do like to I pride myself on responding to DMs. I'm not above anybody else. And this is what he said. Oklahoma is in make or break mode for the future. They just hired a 29-year-old OC, and they will need a haul in a portal to be able to compete next year in the SEC. So I doubt they are laser focused on this game. It's not crazy to say Navy has a shot. And then he said, ball. Oklahoma Navy spread down to 3. Thank you. And then he tells me 9 minutes later, he says, Oklahoma -3, lock of the year. But then I didn't hear from him for another 5 days, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. He DMs me on yesterday at 6:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he says, Oklahoma team total over 20.5, lock of the year. Trust, man. Vegas doesn't know my Sooners like I do. He says they might lose 24-21, but they are getting that 21. When the game's over, I'll let you know. Free money. Free money. Shamway with a sub bang. W Shamway, 19 months. So, do whatever you wish with that information. But I told you, the last DM I got from a fan was fading Tennessee. This is an Oklahoma fan saying that the over team total is the lock of the year. I cannot do that. I just can't. Is everybody playing for Navy? Laddering OU's running back. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to stay off this game. I think I still like Navy, but that's too much steam. 46.5 is down to 44. Probably an under. See, here's the thing. Navy's offense chews up clock, and so does Oklahoma. Oklahoma does not throw the ball. Oklahoma doesn't throw the ball. They can't throw the ball. Marcel Reed is not a good quarterback. They don't have any receivers. They're going to run the ball. It's going to be running. It's just clock. Maybe an under. Fuck it. Maybe I'll go first half under. A lot of clock being chewed. Clock, book of chew. Clock, book of chew. Tail and Javon's prop. None of that. No harm in that. DJ, don't shit on Tennessee. LOL. Listen, I'm not. You can't tell me not to shit on Tennessee. I took Tennessee to win it for half a unit at 20-1. I got shit on. And then they went in there and they looked terrible. You can't tell me not to shit on Tennessee. And I'm not even shitting on Tennessee. I'm just saying that was a shit wager. Marcel Reed plays for. Oh, yeah, not Marcel Reed. I'm sorry. What the fuck is the guy? DJ, my brother, you can fade the fan all you want. This is day one of telling you hammer Ohio State next Wednesday. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that game. We'll talk about that another time. What's the quarterback of? I was saying you bet on IU. Yeah, sure. But to be fair, I will never tell you anything as a lock with Notre Dame, and I'll never tell you anything as free money. I'm a very realistic Notre Dame fan. I am one of the few who will probably always tell you that we will not win the championship, and we're not worthy of a top 10 AP preseason ranking. This year, they're very good. Michael Hawkins, thank you. Oh, fuck, dude. I don't have the energy to do it. Let's push through. I want to get mid-major Matt on here and talk a little NFL. All right. Where were we? Thanks for hanging out, by the way. Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt. Can you guys tell me a little bit about this game? I'm going to look it up real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I might play that. Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt preview. I might play that. I like the CBS Sports write-ups. Okay, here we go. Why Georgia Tech can cover. Starting quarterback Haynes King, who confirmed he'll play, has been effective for the Yellow Jackets, throwing for 10 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Wow. Haynes King, dude. Good on you. 1 interception the entire year? Jeez. Despite dealing with a shoulder injury down the final stretch of the season, in the regular season finale, he totaled 303 passing yards, 110 in the chaotic loss to Georgia. Georgia Tech ended the season 6-5-1 against the spread, covered in the last 2 in 2 of the last 3. Yellow Jackets are also 6-1 in their last 7 games when playing as a favorite. Okay. Why Vanderbilt can cover. Commodores were 8-4 against the spread. Impressive. In the last 7 regular season games that they were underdogs, Vandy covered 5 times, including each of their final 3 games on the road. Vanderbilt's defense ranked 62nd in the nation this season in scoring, giving up 25 per game. On the other side of the ball, Diego Pavia looks to keep building on an impressive 2024 campaign. Mexico State transfer threw for 2,133 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He also led the Commodores to a historic upset against Alabama. Georgia Tech is facing more roster attrition overall, leading receiver among key players in the transfer portal. Doesn't really do anything for me. So basically, we've got both teams playing with their starting quarterback. Both teams playing with their starting quarterback. So I guess here's my question. Blue. Yeah, I know. I agree. It's very weird. Yeah. So here's the thing, Diego. I feel like I don't enjoy fading Vanderbilt, and I feel like Vanderbilt's been like those weird, has not really gotten line respect the entire season. Let's see. When they were 13-point dogs at Kentucky, they went outright. 23-point dogs against Bama, they went outright. 17-point dogs against Texas, they covered by 3, or they lost by 3. 8.5-point dogs at Auburn, they went outright. I don't really want to fade Vanderbilt, but isn't Georgia Tech -3 kind of a lot of respect? Anybody think that? Does anybody think Georgia Tech -3 is a lot of respect? And on that note, how does this, somebody said it earlier, but how does this not go over if you've got Haynes King and fucking Diego Pavia playing ball? Does anybody have any thoughts on that? Doesn't really seem like anybody does. I can't help. Yeah, I mean, Pavia Masterclass sounds good, sick money, but I would have to imagine if you wanted to go like the contrarian fade the public route. Sorry. Wouldn't you? Don't you think Georgia Tech -3 on a neutral is crazy? Where the fuck is Protective Stadium? The fuck is that? Who are these stadiums? Where is Protective Stadium? Birmingham, Alabama? God. That's where they're playing this game? Is Birmingham a nice little town? I've never been. I don't even think I've ever stopped anywhere in Alabama. Vandy is 0-12 all time? Damn. I don't think so, but I asked Snide if he wanted to do it. I'm super down to get a DGen sub badge. So, okay. I don't know how this game doesn't go over. 54.5 down. So here's my question though. Why is it being bet down 5 points? Why would somebody bet this game down 5 points? Oh, shut the fuck up. Is it really? All right. Fat girls, can we talk about making a sub badge? You and or Snidesy? 892. All right, hold on. I need a weather update. Is that why people are betting this under? Because of fucking rain? I might have to fade that. Hold on, let's see. I'm trying to go to my fucking weather app. Birmingham, Alabama. Greenbow, Alabama. All right, so this game's at what time? This game's at 3:30. Yeah, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain at 5. Oh, it's windy. It's very windy. Usually it's not even about rain. It's always about wind. If you guys ever wondered that, the wind is what impacts totals. Oh, wow. 15-mile-an-hour winds, gusts up to 37 miles an hour. Wow. But, Georgia Tech can run. Can't Vanderbilt run? Windy. Blake Wheeler is betting on Navy, DGen? I don't even know who that is. Why does that sound familiar? Runs massive amount of counter. Vandy D low success rate versus counter. Look at Rav, sharp motherfucker. I like Rav, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but I like Rav. I like Rav. Rav's got good vibes. W Rav. Good book it hire. I don't know where you came from. Yeah, I'm pro Rav. Seems like a nice kid. Game's at 3:30. Oh god, my head's killing me. I might have to fade the fucking Weathermen and go with the over. I can't bet Navy Oklahoma. I like the under. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a fucking under. Doing an under. All right, let's go. Mid-major. Stand by, all right? Oh, Blake Wheeler, dude. Fuck that. Rangers legend. Oh, that's funny. Rav is goated. Yep, W's. All right. Rav confirmed chill guy. Yeah, I like that. The only bad thing about Rav is his favorite sports teams. I don't know. By the way, I had no idea who the fucking that running back for Pitt was so good. Des Reed. Shame on me for not being a ball knower. That guy is fucking good. I have a comp. I have a Des Reed comp. Tell me if you like or don't like this. I don't know if Javon's in here because Javon bet on him yesterday. That was a square, I think, and I watched him a little bit. Des Reed, a little Kyron Williams-ish, like undersized, but runs really hard. Violent. Good vision. Shifty. You know? Yeah, he's unreal. A little Kyron Williams-ish. I don't know. Dog. You guys give me thumbs up or down on that player comp. What do you think? All right. Sorry. Thanks for hanging with me. I'm trying. Let's keep moving a little bit. Texas Tech and Arkansas. I don't know what I like on this game. Can see it. All right. Thank you, Sick Money. Okay. Wow. Arkansas, 2.5 point favorite to a 2.5 point dog. Total 59.5 down 7 points. This game is in Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium. I don't know what the fuck that is. All right, let's see. How did Arkansas end the year? You know, let's see. Texas Tech was rolling, dude. Now, granted, they haven't played football in a month, but the end of the year with a 52-15 win against West Virginia, beat the fuck out of Oklahoma State. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 56-48. They did not beat the fuck out of them. Arkansas ended the year poorly. Lost 3 of 4. Beat La Tech. Is that Talon guy playing? Fuck is his name? Talon something? Not Talon Horton Tucker. I know who he is now. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. USC and Texas A&M play tonight? 10:30. I ain't watching that shit. Las Vegas Bowl. If that Mavia guy's playing, I'm betting on him, though. He's good. Fuck Texas A&M. They snake. Texas Tech and Arkansas. What do you guys think? Talon Green, yeah. Anybody got to play in this game? I don't have. I'm not. I don't know. That's. I got nothing. Nothing's coming to me. Syracuse and Washington State at 8:00. Syracuse 17.5 point favorites. Good God. Talon Green is playing without their leading rusher and receiver. Got it. Thank you. Anybody out for Texas Tech? Yeah. Okay. So here's my only question. Does it not look a little easy? I'm not trying to get contrarian. I'm really not. I'm just, we're just checking ourselves here. We're just giving a little pushback. Just checking ourselves. Does Texas Tech not look a little easy? Watch. I haven't looked at this today. I'm going to pull up my Action Network. I bet you everybody's on Texas Tech. Yeah. It's 10-3. Texas Tech versus Arkansas. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Morton is out for Tech. W Logan, W hoodie giveaway winner. Prime is not. USC lock. I hate that word. Texas Tech backup QB is playing, but people, including Javon, are high on him. Who's Texas Tech's backup QB? Texas Tech, Arkansas. Let's see. Is there behind the lines today? I don't see a CBS write up for this. Let's go to covers. My analysis. All right. I'm gonna take my glasses off. Fucking, I think that's killing my fucking forehead. All right. So much uncertainty, but what started of this game is scoring will fall wildly above the posted total. All right. The Texas Tech Raiders enter without its offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator who's fired. All that noise shows up here. The Red Raiders have already made their offensive coordinator hire, Mac Leftwich. Fun name. Not fun, but cool. I love the name Mac. Oh, he's not going to be from Texas State. Ooh, that's fun. Will Hammond. Yeah, I like Mac. Okay. Hey, pencil that in. If this quarterback looks, hey Siri. She heard me. If this quarterback looks cool, and we've got Mac Leftwich coming from Texas State, I want to bet on. There's two things I want to bet on next year. Owen McCown, wherever he is. If he's back at UTSA, I'm betting on UTSA. And fucking Mac Leftwich from Texas State. Play calling duties will fall to Justin Johnson. Johnson wears a few hats for Texas Tech, but is mainly responsible for the wide receivers. He's only on his second year with Tech, and I'm dubious. Ooh, fun word. That he can transition to this role without much of a handicap. So I'm backing that with this play. I don't know who that is. What makes me even more suspect is the opponent and the fact that Texas Tech will be starting true freshman quarterback Will Hammond. Razorbacks defense has been so-so this year, but it's been able to create pressure almost always consistently. Backing and do that consistently early in the game, well rested. Okay. This guy likes the first quarter under and Arkansas money line. Okay. I don't have a significantly strong lean. If both teams were full go, I wouldn't either. Arkansas has its staff intact. All right, so Arkansas has its staff intact. I'm gonna pass on that game. Let me just get a look at Will Hammond. Let's get eyes on Will Hammond. Tell you what, this guy looks like he can ball. I don't know. Will Hammond looks like he can ball. 6'2", 205. He's from Austin, Texas. Oh, he played against TCU. He went 10 for 15, 121 yards, and a touchdown. Played against UNT, 5 for 7, 70 yards. He went in one play, 0 for 1 against West Virginia. So he hasn't played since October 26th. Now here, listen, let's take a page out of David Lynch's book. Don't play the first half. Okay, in case this guy stinks and then the backup comes in and saves the day. Is he Jeff Rosa's Christmas friend? No, I doubt it. Not for me. Jeff Rosa only hangs out with the fucking rich kids from fucking Rhode Island. Can't be betting on a Rhode Island quarterback. What am I doing? Betting on a fucking Rhode Island quarterback is so stupid. I kind of like the look of Will Hammond. He's got a lot of acne too. Young. This kid looks like Texas football. This kid looks like Texas football. I don't know, man. I think I'm into Will Hammond. I might just go team total over. This kid looks like Texas football. Javon, I can't play the passing yards. I mean, seriously, come on. Tell me this guy does not look like Texas football. He looks like he is just straight up out of a fucking... You ever seen Varsity Blues? Great movie. This dude drove a fucking pickup truck to practice Come on. That is Texas football. Kind of looks like the bad kid in Christmas Story too. I ain't fading that guy. No. I ain't fading that. I'm not fading that guy. Tell me right now you want to fade Will Hammond from Austin, Texas, getting the start in a bowl game for Texas Tech? No. I don't know. Because what if Arkansas wins? Like 31-30. I don't know who that is. Got my cat scanned, Billy Buff. Dude's throwing for 250. Yeah. I don't know, but by the way, I'll probably regret it. I don't know. I like that Taylor guy for Arkansas is pretty good too, isn't he? Nothing on Syracuse, Washington State. Is that the biggest spread we've seen in a bowl game to date? You know, is Kyle McCord playing? Some key defensive pieces, also without 3 starting. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I'm probably going to tell Javon on that in the sense of I'm just going to go with the team total over. Last play of the day is A&M. Oh, let me send the invite to Matt. My bad, Matt. I'm slacking. There you go. Where was it? Where the fuck was it? USC and A&M. I think I like USC here. Looks like a young, awkward Joel Klatt. Dude, that's a really good comparison. No steak today. Steak is coming back from vacation. We're gonna go tomorrow morning, by the way. Big stream. Me and Steak and I. I don't know if Greg's gonna join. See, he's available. I do, yeah. I like the look of this kid. I mean, that's a Texas quarterback right there. But people got a good point. Why not just take Texas Tech money line? I don't know. Sam Pittman still starting for Arkansas, by the way. Yeah. Cuse will be playing with their starters. Got you. Washington State's QB transfers. Who's good? Yeah. All right. Saturday morning stream tomorrow. By the way, hopefully I'm good to go. I'm shutting it down today. I'm supposed to go to the fucking. Oh, so bummed. I was supposed to go to the Knicks Magic game with Steaks tickets. Fucking, my wife and I are sick as dogs, so we're gonna pass. Unfortunately, I was gonna meet fucking General Mitchie Moss. I was looking forward to it. Seems like a good dude. All right, yeah. Look, all I have is USC. I like that Mavia guy. Is the starting head coach? That's funny. That's a funny way to word it. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Oh, you know what though? I'm gonna play a first half under. That is what I'm gonna do. Half a unit, because I'm not good. I'm not good in bowl games. You asked if he was starting. Yeah, I guess I did. All right, Oklahoma Navy. I like the under. I mean, doesn't it kind of make sense? First half total points, 21.5. Yeah, that's good. Let's go half a unit. Get a little action, But on that note with the Magic game, dude, after a loss like that, I think they're going to get their fucking ass kicked, unfortunately. All right, 21.5. God, Hard Rock usually has terrible lines, but I don't mind this one. I think it's minus 115. Half a unit. All right. If you want to tail, do so at your own discretion. And I like, excuse me. I think I like the over and Georgia Tech Vanderbilt. I'm going to go Texas Tech team total. I'm going to get cute. And then, Syracuse minus 17.5. I like that. I'll probably play USC. All right. Mid-major's in the building. What's up, mid-major? How you doing?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. You want to tilt your screen down a little bit? Can you? I just see a lot. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Oh, you got the Bill Belichick hoodie on?
Absolutely not. I have a regular T-shirt.
Oh, I thought there was a hoodie back here.
No, I got something on my chair.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's kind of sweet. Um, Good morning. Thanks for hopping on. Sorry for the back and forth, but thanks for making it happen. I do have to ask because I know you dabble in some college football. By the way, shout out to Notre Dame. It was always the Irish.
Mm.
You're spot on there. Do you have anything today or on these silly bowl games before the playoff?
Yeah, you said silly bowl games, so you're gonna enjoy this. Every game went over yesterday, so I parlayed every under for $50. It pays out like $1,000 or some shit.
Well, I don't hate that, but aren't you a little bit worried about this
It's
Vandy Georgia?
$50, DJ. I'm not worried about anything. I didn't even look at it. I didn't look into a single game.
That's so dumb. I love it. But if I had to fear about one, it's Georgia Tech Vanderbilt.
Couldn't tell you. I know
Five
Tanya is the quarterback.
bet down 5 points because of wind.
I love me a good wind factor.
I know.
Oh, speaking of, I was listening to you. I was doing something, and you were talking about wind and rain and all this shit for the Georgia Tech game. I told you the worst weather San Jose has ever seen prior to their kickoff during your best bet for their San Jose over versus UNLV. Do you remember that?
That is not how it went. I had the bet in already.
Cash it out, brother.
I don't even know where I was or what I was doing. But you're right. Yeah, you did tell me. You told me before kickoff. That part is right.
Oh.
I think the day before, maybe 2 days before, I had the bet in. That the weather forecast is like 10 days out. You were mum for 2 days.
Fair enough. Well, let's just say it was a lesson learned, and clearly you're taking the narratives to heart now. So I appreciate it.
I 1,000,000% would have stayed off that game and not forced it. If I would have known it would have been pouring rain, because I'm not somebody who fades the weather, but like, for example, sometimes I do think it's a little overblown. For example,
absolutely.
Por ejemplo, the Bengals and Titans best bet that I had, that one was bet down 3 points because of the weather. And it didn't matter. There were 60-something points scored. This one, I don't know, because at the end of the day, as long as you can still kind of run the ball. Oh, I went to a MetLife, Notre Dame and Navy. That total got bet down too. And I was outside. I even posted a video. It was windy as fuck. 51-14,
Yeah.
So it's a little wacky, but anyways, we don't take too much time. So you parlayed every under. And do you have just curious, because the games are going to be on Wednesday. I don't know. Probably won't have you on stream, but do you have a playoff lean?
Like as the winner?
No, like a round 1 or a round 2 bet that you like right now.
I didn't even know who's playing each other.
Oh, okay. Well, I never know when you're on your fucking P's and Q's. You're sneaky when it comes to that stuff. So
that's fair. Yeah, but I haven't looked at all.
Death taxes and mid-major reminding DJ how much of an idiot he can be. That's true, but you know what? That's good. I need that.
I'm waiting on my jersey still. So.
Oh. All right. I do owe you that fucking jersey.
We'll talk.
Which one do you get? Do you get a Daniel Jones?
Can you get your people to do like half Daniel Jones, half Bo Nix? Like half.
You'd much rather want a Bo Nix jersey, which I
actually I like a Daniel Jones jersey, because after he left the team, they haven't won a fucking game. This is gonna be like a throwback now for Daniel Jones.
Well, I was gonna say, remember that wasn't there a rumor that the Vikings were gonna trade or sign him or something?
Yeah, it's not happening.
Okay. All right. Mid-major, great job last week in the NFL. Fuck, I'm blanking. What was your best bet? I know it hit.
I won money. My best bet lost, but thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was I overthought the Colts, and I thought they would face fuck the Titans, which they did, but they face fucked them
under in that game.
Well, I took the Titans total team under, and the Colts face fucked them so hard the defense just stopped playing, and Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph threw like 3 consecutive touchdown drives, which I don't hate the read, because I'm going to parlay it for this week, and like the read and the what I saw and the effort that I saw out of the Colts one I liked. But it was a good week overall. Again, I am happy, and I've been preaching it from the rooftops. I think the Steelers are fucking dead, and now everyone's on the train that they're fading the Steelers. I'm just happy I got ahead of it, and I've won a good amount of money from that thought.
Great job being on that, especially in Philadelphia. By the way,
is he with the Vikings? Oh, dude, I don't fucking pay attention to sports. I just look at lines.
You're getting a Daniel Jones jersey.
I love it. It's a throwback now. It's a commodity with how these other quarterbacks are playing on their roster.
Damn it! You know what? I was hoping I still save that picture of his face on my back end, but I didn't. But for some reason, I didn't delete this one, which is hilarious. I
Wow,
don't know what I had that one up here
that's
for. I
an
forget.
early picture from Trent.
So okay, so yes, great, good read, wrong result.
But I mean, WU. I mean, you're the only one that glazes yourself for your best bet win streak, and good for you, man. I think the last loss you had was the worst loss ever with the under and the Titans and the Lions. I think.
Mm,
Does that sound right?
no.
No,
Well, let's see. I started 1-6, so that had to be in week 7.
it's a while ago.
That was a bad wager. Let's see real quick. Week. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. That is
So
hilarious.
there's boys and girls. What you talk about karma is DGen immediately the play lost. He shit on himself, and because he shit on himself and took accountability, he's now won 7 best bets in a row. So good for you. 8 best bets.
9.
9. Pardon me.
Well, no, 8-0-1.
You've
I'm
not lost 9 weeks.
The fucking under in Denver and Atlanta kills me because I put that in early 44. Everybody else got 44.5 and 45. And anyways, so we'll move on. recap. We have a couple games tomorrow, mid-major. We'll start it with the Chargers are 4.5 on the road in New England. I think when I went over the board on Monday or Tuesday, I think I loved the Chargers. I'm kind of second guessing this play now.
Okay.
But at the same time, I don't really know that I want to get there with the Patriots either. This is probably a total stay away from me. Looks like the Chargers open 6, they're down to 4. The total's 39.5, been bet up to 42. But I think that I like the Chargers defense enough to maybe give Drake May some problems. I know the Broncos kind of did what they wanted early, but then they made some adjustments and did okay. The Bucks came in there and played an unbelievable game, put up 40 against them. But the Chargers defense, if you look at when they've gone on the road, they've actually done really well. Let me just give you a couple performances. The Chiefs, they lost, but they held them to 19 points. They held the Falcons to 13. They held the Browns to 10. They held the Cardinals to 17. And they shut out the Broncos for almost the entire game until late when they put up 16 points on them. So for whatever reason, I think the Chargers defense kind of steps up when they go on the road. You don't need the Chargers offense to do much. I like this under, but I'd be fading a lot of steam. I don't really know that I want to get cute. Do you have anything in this?
Yeah, I don't know if I ever play the under here because I think you faded Drake May last week. Am I correct or am I not correct there?
I took the under in that game, and I got kind of lucky to hit it. 47, and it was 24-21.
Yeah, I think it was Cam's best bet or Sake's best bet or something, or you guys squad part. I don't know, but it hit, so good job. But Drake May, if you watch him, he doesn't stop fucking trying, which is great if you bet on him, but it's super fucking annoying if you bet against him, obviously. At this point in the season, and I talked about it quickly about the Seahawks and the Bears game, these teams that need to win to get in the playoffs, right? I just think they're being a little overvalued in the market. We know the Seahawks got slammed up to 4.5 yesterday. They were never covering. They're just a bad team against one of the worst teams in the league in Chicago. I kind of feel the same with Los Angeles because I know they have an extended bye, but if you look at their schedule before this game, it's a little rough. And the games, I think they're all almost one possession outside of course, the best team in the league in the Tampa Bay game. But they lost to Baltimore in one possession on prime time. Then they win across country. They should have lost to Atlanta. They come back home. They should have beat Kansas City, or on the road, I'm sorry, but they should have beat Kansas City. They get their dicks kicked in by Tampa Bay. They have a come from behind victory at Denver. Then they have a mini bye week, and now they're going across country to New England. I just don't like that spot for a team in which I do think you hit the nail on the head quite a bit. And not that they don't have dog, but they just lack a lot of talent, in my opinion. The Chargers, and we see it if McConkey gets hurt, like they have no receiving threats. They're on their third option at running back. I don't know if the market is accurately reflecting that because of they have to win the game. So I don't know if I want to bet them to win by margin. I actually lean the Patriots here.
Are you part of the line move? Did you already
Uh,
put this wager in?
no, I'm a very
Okay.
bad bettor, and I get the worst CLV of all time, and that's just how I roll.
Okay. All right, fair enough. In major, I'm very curious to hear what you have to say about the Broncos and Bengals game.
I locked in the Bengals the second the line opened at the money line, and I would still play
Wow.
3.5. I would if I'd play this game, I'm not playing the 3.5. I would play the 6.5 for the Bengals because I don't. It's going to be. I think they win by a touchdown, at least.
So I won't name any names, but I had a conversation with somebody about this game yesterday, and they very much like the Broncos. And I don't have a dog in this fight, but I was, being devil's advocate, which you and I are pretty good at doing. I think the Broncos at 3.5, who are 11-4 ATS, is like a textbook pro play. I see the value. And of course, I look at my action network. You see the smart guys are on the Broncos, and you see the shit, quote unquote shit betters, which I don't mean that in a personal insult. I'm a shit better. But you see the whatever you want to call them are on the Bengals because the narrative of the Bengals are going to make the playoffs and Bengals have to win out. Bengals are at home, blah, 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 blah. Joe Burrow, this, that, whatever. And then I see value with the Broncos. This is one of those games I would, if I had to go pro or Joe, I would lean Joe. And I think that there might be some Bo Nix regression looming. It's already kind of hit. We saw in the second half against the Chargers, they did nothing. And we saw in the first half against the Colts, they got dominated in that game and he threw 3 interceptions. I don't know that the Broncos can play a full game. And now you're getting them in back-to-back road games late in the season. I don't like a rookie quarterback in fucking week 17. I just don't. And I know they had their bye week pretty late, but I think I'm just out, man. I'm out. I'm not going to bet the Bengals. I think Cam's money is also on the Bengals too. I chatted with him a little bit. So you two are pretty smart dudes that I also wouldn't want to fade and I would respect on that side. Greg's best bet is this under. I kind of like it. I don't know if you do as well. So let's see. It was 49.5. No, it's 47.5 bet up to 50. So it's fading steam there. And the Bengals are 3.5 down to 3 or 3.5, still kind of around that number. Please tell us on why you're on the Bengals and you locked it in so early.
Again, so like the Steelers, I think the Broncos are dead. You hit the nail on the head. Bo Nix regression, these rookies playing their most games ever in a season, full big boy football in the NFL. And you touched on it, and they had a late bye week, but I hate that for the Broncos because if you looked at what they were doing before the bye week, they were absolutely rolling. They were winning every game. They were covering margin. They were playing really well. Then you hit a stop on that, right? It's like when you go on the freeway driving to Vegas from California. I don't know where the fuck you driving to Orlando from New York. When you get in the freeway, if you want to pass somebody, you don't want to stop and have them pass you back. So it's like the Broncos were on the freeway and they passed all these motherfuckers, and they took a long shit break on the rest stop on the side of the freeway, and all these people are catching up now. They just lost momentum, and I don't like that for a young team that have now lost their mojo. I think they have a lot of trouble keeping up with the Bengals offense. 49 does seem really high, so I definitely like the under with Greg's look. But I just like the Bengals. I think that this offense, you cannot stop what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are doing at the moment. I do think Barkley has the Offensive Player of the Year kind of wrapped up. I hope. I know. I fucking knock on something. I just don't think you can ignore what he's doing, especially since he's 200, 300 yards away from the all-time rushing record. But there's nothing on the Broncos that can stop what they're doing, especially with the healthy T. Higgins. And if you look at it, what was I going to say? Good nugget. I think it was him saying that it was like he wants to fade that. I think that's why he put it in there. But yeah, the Broncos are dead. I bet them to miss the playoffs. I got them at plus 500, I think. So they had to lose their last 3 games. Yeah, because not only did they have to lose, but they need help from other people to win. Mm-hmm. And I think the Bengals win all the 3 games. I think the fucking Dolphins, stupid ass Tua, starts winning games. So I think it was good value plus the Colts. So I just don't like the way the Broncos are playing. Going into the season, I thought the Broncos defense was going to be really bad. I think a lot of us did. And it definitely proved me wrong during the season. But there are holes in that defense that have that show that we weren't entirely bad. They kind of overperformed. So I like I love Trey Hendrickson. He actually leads the lead in sacks to just get a little pissy Bo Nix on the ground more often than not. So I'm on Bengals. If I didn't have him on, I get a minus 150 on the money line. I bet him alt spread because I don't think this game is necessarily that close.
For what it's worth, this gentleman that I talked to about the Broncos, he did say either the Broncos are winning or the Bengals win by 10. And I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I lean Bengals. I think it's Bengals by 10. And I do like the under. Did you say you did like that under?
I do, but if it's going under, it's because the Bengals are driving at the end of the game and running out the clock. Yeah. And because they're up. So that's
See,
what I know.
I know that the Bengals defense isn't very good, but I kind of think they step up here.
I agree. And also, if you think about I think statistically the worst defense in the league. I believe that's true. Mm-hmm. And when you talk about, to your point earlier, a team that's 11-4 ATS or whatever, and they're going against the worst defense in the league, it seems really fucking enticing to your average bettor, in my opinion.
Yep. All right, Matt. In comes my best bet, which, as we alluded to, I know you said I like to glaze my bet streak. And
no, you do, but nobody else does. So I was helping you.
No, I know. If I was losing 11 in a row, I wouldn't hear the end of it. But nobody wants to talk about the 9-week non-losing streak. But you know what? I have to tell you, I usually hate when I feel good about a bet, and the better result typically happens when you don't feel as good. Mm-hmm. But I'm not even just saying that for some weird voodoo psyche bullshit. I really don't love this. I don't. But I don't like anything else on the board that much. And this was my first love, just as the Colts last week were actually my first love. And I still played it, but I got talked out of it being my best bet. But that's okay. With the Ravens came through, which I was very happy with. But I got to do it, man. We've got the Cardinals in LA, Saturday night game, 8:00, total 48. I'm ready to admit and accept that I was wrong about the Rams. Their defense has been a lot better than I expected. I think maybe than anybody expected. These guys are stepping up. I don't know who any of them are. Kudos to them. I don't even know who their defensive coordinator is. Kudos to him. The Cardinals are dead. Connor's banged up. I think he might play still. Kyler Murray looks terrible. But at the end of the day, I love Kyler Murray as an underdog. And I love him even more, as I wrote, a useless underdog. Now he's on it. Now he's in a situation where I don't think anybody wants to go near Kyler. I could be wrong because it's still a divisional dog and you're getting 6.5 points. You're not getting 7. You're getting 6.5. But I just think that I'm not even thinking of this as a look ahead spot. But if you're the Rams, I know you want to win this game. You can probably tell me a little bit more. Or I know Greg's he's useless, but he's pretty good at talking about playoff scenarios and whatnot. The Rams can't afford to lose this game. But the Seahawks game next week is the big one, I would imagine. Like, that's for the division.
Again, and this is my fault because we talked yesterday. I'm not sure if tomorrow's victory, if that seals the division.
Okay. Maybe somebody in the chat can help out then. Make yourself useful. Will he ever get Trey his tutty? Yeah, he might. I do. For what it's worth, I know nobody cares about fantasy football, and that's fine. I don't care about your guys' team either, but
congrats.
I will. Well, I didn't win anything. I'm in the championship. And,
but congrats. I'm in fucking last place, so congrats to you.
That's all right. I've been there before. I benched the Ravens defense for the Bills, which I'm going to regret. I know it. Tyrod Taylor's going to come in and smoke me. But I am making a bold move here, and I'm starting Kyler over Jared Goff. And I'm not going to say the M word, but I like Arizona's offense this week a lot. Also, that Rams defense has had a pretty rough stretch of games, and I know the Jets aren't very impressive, but having to go cross country, now you come back home, kind of offset with the Cardinals travel as well. I got to take the points with Kyler as a dog. I just have to. So that's my best bet. I don't even really think the sell job's that good. I hope nobody tails this. Why are you not starting Goff in a pure revenge game? I don't know. Maybe I have time to think about that, but I think Murray goes off here. I think Murray goes off. I think this is a game Murray rushes for 80, throws for like 270, and accounts for like 3 or 4 total touchdowns. That's what I think.
He's just making up these numbers.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No. I think the Rams probably win this game like 31-27. I like the over. I like the Cardinals offense. That's what I think. So.
That's fair. Oh, so let me start with this. So 4 seasons ago, I was in the championships and I had Patrick Mahomes who got me there. the entire week I had Nick Mullins in instead of Patrick Mahomes because of his matchup. And everyone in my fantasy league called me an idiot, including my opponent. And I started Nick Mullins.
Oh my
and he did fucking terrible.
Oh God.
So I'm just this is the exact same scenario with you. I overthought it.
Oh God.
I sat the absolute fucking stud and I lost the championship because I'm the biggest fucking idiot there ever was.
But I think I did the not overthinking last week because people were like, oh, Goff outdoors, playing the Bears, it's cold. And then you have the Kyler Murray playing the Cardinals. Kind of think I didn't overthink it last week. Now I feel like I am maybe getting a little cute. I don't
know. But I see the point of like not wanting to jump on too late. But what has the Lions offense done to make you feel that way as if they're going to stop rolling?
You know what I mean? You're right. I you know what? It's not that they're not that they're going to stop rolling. I think it's just I just like the Cardinals.
That's fair. So in my position, I would recommend, because I don't love the Cardinals here. I don't have much to talk you off that I didn't already kind of message you about.
Okay.
But what I would recommend to you, just as your friend, play the Cardinals or start Kyler Murray. Don't do fucking both. Because it's gonna if you double dip there, it's gonna just break your heart, man, and you know it.
Okay. All right. Well,
does that at least make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, does Marvin Harrison score this week? I think so. You know, and I'm not worried about that revenge or the Niners or I'm sorry, the Rams getting their dick kicked in like week 2 against the Cardinals. Which that was when Greg was hot in his bag. The Cardinals were his best bet in that game. I don't think so. I don't think that the Rams are going to go out there and be like, oh, we're fucking pissed off at the car. I just don't think. And aren't we in the year where divisional teams are sweeping? Didn't we talk about that? Or did we not talk about that?
We did, but
although it didn't come to fruition because the Ravens beat the Steelers the second time.
Yeah, that was Greg's only talking point, and they lost. The fuck up.
Okay, all right. Well, let's keep moving. That's it for Saturday. So you're on the Bengals. Buffalo, New York, Buffalo and the Jets. Looks like the Bills are 9.5-point favorites. Total has moved up a little bit. It opened it moved down 48 down to 46. Maybe weather. I think Rodgers is a little banged up. You got anything in this game?
I got nothing.
Okay.
Not much.
We can move on. I got to take a piss real quick. Do you want to sell your best bet or do you want to go to commercial break?
I guess I'm my best bet. Yeah.
All right, let's tee it up. What game is it in?
It's the Titans. It's the Colts and the Giants. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with it.
You've sold me on this. All right, real quick. Colts are in New York. Looks like 8.5. Total at 40. Mid-major, take it away. Mid-major, take it away. I'll be right back.
Go piss. Go piss. Oh, he's mute. Hi, chat. Mid-major here. So last week my best bet was the Titans total team under. I was wanting to back the Colts defense, specifically their defensive line, which is, since they've gotten healthy, one of the better defensive lines in the league, and that held true whilst the game was like within a 3-score game. And when the Colts just started to butt fuck the Titans offense, butt fucks the defense, the Colts defense just stopped playing, which sucked, but I think the read was still kind of correct. So I'm going back to it. We've all seen Drew Lock play. This dude fucking sucks. Whatever he showed in Missouri, whatever he showed at Seattle last year, whether they're throwing intentionally, whether it's the offensive line being terrible, whether it's the lack of weapons, he's just bad on offense. They couldn't do anything against the Falcons defense, which is not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And now they're playing outdoors against the same defensive line that's getting phenomenal pressure, that's stopping the run. I just like the Colts defense to hold them to essentially 0 points. The Giants are throwing games 100% of my mind when you see that they're sitting Tracy and Neighbors from like having a foot injury. So I think they have no will to score in this game. I don't think the Colts score another 40, so I think the defense stays engaged. And I just like the defense. I like the Colts after scoring 70 points in their game last week, and after the Giants allowed 35 points to rookie. I like the under in the game, but I more specifically would just like the Colts to run the clock a fuck ton with Jonathan Taylor, to keep it grinding and just to limit possessions for the Giants. And the Giants total team under 16.5 is what I got of that. Best bet.
I might tell you, but as I told you yesterday when we were chatting briefly, I kind of came around to the full game under too, because I definitely see the Colts running the clock. Here's my question though. I missed this if you said it. Why is Joe Flacco starting?
Oh, it's not confirmed yet, but Anthony
Oh.
Richardson, he's just got bruises. I'm sorry, he's got bruises and bumps, and there's no legitimate thing that he has. So he's just been nicked up all week.
Okay. So the Colts finished the year. Are the Colts in playoff contention still?
Yeah, so they're actually the first team available for the wild card, if I say that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're definitely in contention.
Okay. Wow. 50 rushes for 335
Yeah,
yards.
disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, Richardson only threw the ball 11 times. Here's my one concern if I get cute with the full game on it. Well, no, that's not getting cute, but the fact that I do like the Colts to run the ball a lot and control the clock. They only threw the ball 11 times. They still scored 38 points. That's concerning in a game with
Yeah.
a total of 40. So maybe Giants team total under is the right move.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jonathan Taylor. He had two rushes for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Giants defense is bad. I don't know if it's that bad. So again, I think last week was kind of a get right game for the Colts because they got them back into playoff contention, and now they're going outdoors in New York, where the weather in New York is just kind of shitty this time of year. No one wants to travel to New York to even cut your hair. So who wants to go to the play football? I don't know if they're that efficient on offense with that amount of running, but I definitely see them controlling the game and the clock.
Okay, good stuff. We'll go a little bit more rapid fire here. It's an ugly week. I don't know that I'm going to have many bets, which is kind of why I'm leaning into bowl games a little bit. Hockey's back, which is great. We'll look at that a little bit later. So mid-major real quick. Cowboys in Philly. I think CeeDee Lamb is out. I guess maybe Jalen Hurts is out too. This line, according to Wager Talk, was 11.5 down to 7. Total 43.5 down to 38.
Yeah.
It feels like such a good spot to fade the Cowboys, but I also don't know that I really want to get involved with this. I maybe would buy the Eagles defense to bounce back a little bit. I mean, they kind of did what they could. They were put in a tough spot with Hurts going down. I would maybe go under in this game. You have any thoughts? If not, we can pass.
Yeah, this is where maybe people like to say I overthink, which is fine. I would play the Cowboys total team under.
Okay.
Because I do like the Eagles defense, like you said. It's I don't know, for some reason I don't know what Kenny Pickett's going to do because I don't think that Jalen Hurts, or they force him to play. And without CeeDee Lamb, I think that the Cowboys have to run the ball to be successful. Eagles, surprisingly, one of the best rush defenses in the league, and I don't think Cooper Rush continues to find the success that he has, especially going outdoors after playing a couple games indoors in that nice, cozy stadium in Texas.
Okay. Stakes best bet is the Bucks. They're at home playing the Carolina Panthers. They opened 8.5. I saw it get down to 7.5, and now it's back to 8. No, it's still 7.5 on DraftKings. I think that's technically where we got it as of this morning when we put out the newsletter. Total is 47 up to 48. So everybody get ready to DJ fucking slurping his buck, slurping this, slurping that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I looked at this game and I looked at this line and I thought like a neutral, non-biased person, and I said, wow, that's a lot of points with the Panthers. I first lean, I like the Panthers. How could you not like the Panthers? And I know that sounds weird, but seriously, how could you not like the Panthers given what they've just done the past couple weeks? Every game has been competitive for the most part, except when they're a favorite against the Cowboys. And they almost beat the Bucks. They probably should have beaten the Bucks. They went to overtime just a couple weeks ago. Bucks just had a brutal 5-week stretch, not in terms of opponents, but 4 games were on the road. They did fine. 4-1. I saw a bunch of Bucks fans, who I like on Twitter, bitching about the team coming out flat against the Cowboys and Bowles should be fired and this and that. I'm like, it was the 5th game of this 5-week stretch of 4 games on the road. They were 4-0 at the time. Like, they still fought back, but the Bucks start fast in games. They did not start fast in that game. They did come out flat. I'm not denying that, but I think this is a good. I hate these spots because they're not really coming through as much. I think it's a good bounce back spot for the Bucks. I do. At the same time, I thought the line was pretty steep. I guess when you consider that the Bucks were 6-point favorites on the road in Carolina, maybe it's right. Yeah, maybe it's right. So I talked about that with Greg and Steak a little bit. I don't know what got into Steak, but as we put in the newsletter, the write-up was as simple as this. Steak literally just texted us at fucking whatever it was, 9:30 in the morning on Monday or Tuesday. It was like Bucks -8.5 Whale. I do not love it as a whale. But what I do like in this game, before I got sick, I went for a run. All I could think of was how we've seen these quarterbacks the past few weeks. Different ones are accounting for 4 or 5 touchdown passes. I think it's Baker's turn.
What
I was
is
in my head, I'm like, is he? Well, I wonder if he's gonna laugh if I say this.
I love it. What is odds for MVP right now? Does he still have a chance? I might dabble.
No, he doesn't have a chance, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't hate anything you said. I like it. My only concern is that I don't know if it's a huge concern. Look at the Panthers injury report from this week. Do you know how to find it?
Thank you for asking. Not really.
I wasn't trying to be mean.
You know how to find it? It's funny because I kind of don't. All right. Carolina Panthers injury. There does need to be like a Twitter account that just follows these.
There are, but usually they're like hometown guys.
All right, as of December 26th, I mean, do I have to name all these players? It's a lot.
No, just look at it. It's a lot. It's almost like 15 starters on offense.
Yeah, but like everybody's questionable.
Yeah, but what out of questionables, maybe half of those play. So
Thielen, Leggett, Clowney, their guard, Hubbard, Tremble, Horn, JC Horn. Oh boy.
The only one I care about, honestly, is Hubbard.
Yeah, he's so good.
I mean, who else is doing shit on that team outside of Adam Thielen catching every amazing 4th down pass?
But JC Horn is a good player, and he would be on Mike Evans, I would assume, which would be a good that would maybe benefit or play into the advantage a little bit of Baker if he's not playing. So
yeah, I agree. But to support Steak, because I'm never playing the Panthers here, after kind of getting embarrassed on the road last week, like at Dallas, Tampa has zero room for error. And we have seen Baker, I mean, he's just a dog, man. And he'll put up 40 on you if you blink too much. And I think it's the game that he just wants to show out for his fans, because I want to make sure I get this correct. This is his
they have one more home game.
Yeah, so I would say his last home game. Regardless, they did not play great last time in Carolina. It was a very sloppy game, and I think they just do whatever they want against Carolina, to be honest.
Yeah, that was sloppy, and that's kind of one of those things that I like. Is it's almost like when the Bucks have a bad game, I think I like to lean into the bounce back. Remember the infamous fucking Broncos game?
Oh yeah, got me a jersey.
Did you have the Bronco? Was that your POD?
Yeah, it was. I followed the Broncos and the fucking Giants. That's why I got a fucking jersey. He said, Matt, there is no way Daniel Jones and Bo Nix are winning this week. If they do, I'll buy your jersey. Verbatim.
This is not what I need when I have a bad headache. All right, so no. So you're right. So, but here's what I was getting at. After that putrid performance, do you remember? You probably don't, but if you do, I'm going to be impressed. Do you remember
the Eagles?
Yeah, but do you remember specifically what happened in that game against the Eagles?
Pray tell, I do not.
They fucking came out, and I'm pretty sure they scored on like their first 4 drives.
Oh, that does seem right. They just got behind early. That does sound right.
So I almost said the Magic. So the Bucks, first possession of the game, touchdown pass to Mike Evans. Second possession of the game, touchdown pass to Trey Palmer. Second possession of the third possession of the game, Baker Mayfield touchdown run. They went up 24-0 in the first 20 minutes of the game. That's kind of what I think happens personally, and that's why I like Baker.
So let me see this. Is this a spot where you overthink and get pissed off at yourself and play the Bucks first half?
No.
All your friends on the Bucks full game?
No.
Okay.
No. No. Because that just happened to me with the Chargers and the Broncos. I'm done with that. I'm first half bets. I just lost fucking pit yesterday. My first half bets, I'm just strictly playing fucking big favorites in college basketball. That's it.
College. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And if they don't call the first half, you'll double dip the second half.
Yep. Excuse me. I didn't mean to just burp in the microphone. Mid-major, got to get your thoughts on a couple more games here. Your Vikings at home against the Packers.
Yeah.
Good game. Great game. I'm starting to hear a lot of Packers love, which is hilarious.
It's all Packers love, brother. Who likes the Vikings?
I like the Vikings.
Because their defense is good.
Yeah, nobody does not like the Vikings because their defense. Nobody trusts Sam Darnold.
Nobody likes. Yes, I agree. Nobody likes the Vikings because of Sam Darnold, though. And
that's what I just said.
I know. But the market doesn't respect him ever.
No, they don't.
Ever. No. Last week was our week to lose. It was a scheduled loss, and the fucking Seahawks got a stupid dumbass penalty on the face mask for automatic first down on 3rd and 15 or some shit. And then Sam Darnold's about to get sacked again. He throws a fucking Daniel Jones wobbler to the end zone, and there's goddamn Justin Jefferson wide the fuck open, catches a touchdown. Anyways, man, the Vikings are just so good. I will win in the Super Bowl. Fuck the Packers, they suck. But yeah, in the game, at least for the game wise, dude, there's no Vikings love ever. It's all just Packers. Same thing was this last game. If you want to talk about previous narratives, this is a game where Jordan Love got ruled back in, I think, after his injury, and the Packers closed 2.5-point favorites, and they went down like 29-0 real fucking quick. That game was not close. I think the Packers scored like 22 points in the fourth quarter. So the Vikings are rolling right now. I know the Packers are too, but looking at the Packers' kind of opponents recently, nothing really excites me about their quality of competition lately. So, I mean, they just played Spencer Rattler and then Geno Smith, who's a fucking idiot, in Seattle. Mm-hmm. But before then, they played the Bears. They barely won. They played the dog shit Niners. They played the Tua Tagovailoa, who I think sucks, and then they lost to Detroit. Nothing about that excites me. I don't think they've been really tested. And I know if I posted that on Twitter, I would get absolutely flamed by all the Packer fans. But I don't care. I do not blindly bet the Vikings, but I think I might in this game because of how much. I might just shady beeve it and just put $5,000 on it.
Oh God. Man.
But you have to agree, the market never.
I do. And I did when you said that. That was a very good point. You're right. And I think Steak kind of echoes that statement. And I think that he is also kind of aligned with you on this game. He's not fearing the Packers. And you know what? You both are similar fans. Like you're not primers. And when you say these things, I respect it and I value it. I bet the Packers to win the Super Bowl at 14-1. And I know I bought high and I got a terrible number. And I know it's a shit wager. I want to admit that, but somebody even in the chat was like, why did you bet it if you don't think it's going to hit? It's like, it's a just in case, you know, it is because I really do. I have to tell you, I respect Matt LaFleur now. I officially respect him.
Yeah. I like him more now than without Aaron Rodgers, honestly, because I fucking hate him with Aaron Rodgers.
Agreed. And I did last year. I keep saying I was a year early on Kevin O'Connell Coach of the Year. That's incorrect. It was 2 years early. Last year I bet LaFleur and I bet Tomlin. So I'm not saying LaFleur is going to win Coach of the Year, but that's when I thought to myself, because I liked Jordan Love was getting respect in the MVP market. I'm like, there might be something there with the Packers. I like things about this team, and I like him as a coach, and I just want to have some skin if they make a run and if they get there. And it's also a pretty good number where if they do get there, I would hedge the other way on the AFC team. I did this once with the Niners. They were 20-1 when Jimmy Garoppolo was their quarterback when they went and they played the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. And then I got the Chiefs 7-1, I think, before they played the Titans or something. So that's kind of my strategy. I do not think they're going to win the Super Bowl. However, you guys are right. Nobody likes the Vikings because of Sam Darnold. No. I still have to admit, in the playoffs, it's a new season. Things change. I still am not convinced Sam Darnold is going to be the guy that wins the NFC. I'm just not.
That's fair.
But to sweep the Packers in the regular season, I can absolutely see it. And for that reason, I'm not betting on the Packers. And I respect you guys a lot. And it feels like I kind of admire how you're not fearing them at all.
No,
you're not fearing the Packers.
Well, so I will say, and I think you echoed the sentiment just throughout time and on Twitter. The Packers are fucking stupid. I hate them with all my life. I would stab each one in the Achilles so they never played again, except outside of Josh Jacobs. That dude's fucking awesome.
Oh my God,
he's so cool. He runs so fucking hard. I like that guy a lot.
So that's also probably, to be totally fair with you, or to be totally honest with you, that's probably another prisoner of the moment thing for me about the Packers. I
Yeah,
love a running back that runs hard. I
so
love
I
it.
love him. Yeah,
I love the way he's running the ball. And I think when I watched him against somebody, I was like, that's when I was just falling in love. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on that. I see. Thank you, chat, for the update. Oklahoma leads 7-0.
Oh, I bet Oklahoma, cool.
March like it's free. Nice, good job. Yeah, that steam on Navy was insane. I took that first half under, which is not hitting now. Gonna need the Navy
Um,
defense to wake up.
yeah.
What am I doing betting first halves? I just told you I'm done betting first halves. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyways,
Um,
go ahead.
but
Sorry.
no, I'll say if you have time, I'd like to talk about future bets possibly. If you still feel okay, if you have nothing else like in the week.
No, I would love to hear your thoughts on future bets, but I have to get your thoughts on one or two more games on the board. Do you care?
No,
We can be brief.
I'm good.
I don't have a bet in this game, but Matt, the Washington Commanders are 4-point favorites against the Falcons. As a Bucks fan, I really need the Falcons to lose another game. If the Falcons went out and the Bucks went out, I'm in big trouble. I have a terrible, terrible, terrible feeling in my gut that the Falcons are going to win this game.
I don't know if they're winning, but they're covering.
Yeah, they are.
So
I like the under too, by the way. Do you?
No. The only reason I don't like the under because that Washington defense they were on the field a lot last week. And Kenny Pickett, I mean, again, if Devontae Smith catches that pass, this whole narrative, they didn't cover, they didn't win. The playoff race is way different. So you catch that one pass and this is all different. But that defense they couldn't stop Kenny Pickett. So that tells you a lot, this Washington defense. That's not something I want to back as an under. If I like the under, I'm betting the Falcons.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do like, and this was a retrospect hindsight bet when you like when you swap a goalie in hockey, it's kind of like a quarterback change in football. Yeah. And I bet on Michael Penix to have over 1.5 touchdown passes. That was stupid, but I thought he looked pretty good. But the team is going to get up a little bit more and play.
They played really well.
Again, they did. I watched that, and the Giants are terrible, and they're not trying to win. But the defense to score or do something would have been such a smart bet. And they look good, and they looked fired up, and they looked jazzed up. So that's kind of why I wanted to play this under. I don't know that I see Penix going into Washington and fucking carving them up necessarily. But you're right. You make a good point about that defense and coming off that game against the Eagles. But I do like the Falcons. I thought about this under as a potential best bet candidate, but I didn't want to get cute with a total. After especially with Greg on one. Anyways, last game I want to get your thoughts on. Lions at Niners. Lions 3.5, total 50.5. Special K is saying that yeah, that's right. The Eagles dropped like 5 passes. It was disgusting. It was pretty bad. Yeah. So I think I'm benching Jared Goff in fantasy because I'm nervous about this spot. Back-to-back road games, just played the Bears. But you're telling me I shouldn't overthink it. Is it the Lions in a rout or the over?
Fuck fest. They face fuck them. Face fuck.
Wow.
So Devondre Campbell's the one that got
yeah, he walked
Dre
off
Greenlaw. He's the stud, he's the heart and soul of that defense, clearly.
Well, what about Warner? What about Fred Warner?
Dude, he fucking sucks this year.
No, he's been bad this year.
So it was a couple weeks ago, but I heard a stat because I'm local in San Francisco, and I can't believe this is real until they fact checked him. At one point in the season, opposing receivers that he lined up against caught 28 consecutive passes against Fred Warner. Oof. And after seeing, do you remember that play in the Super Bowl when he was running down the middle of the field? I think it was Kelsey or somebody, and it was a cover 2, and he's the middle linebacker, and he jumps fucking 10 feet in the air to stop a touchdown pass. He deflects it. Do you recall that play at all?
Kind of.
I saw that play. I said, this motherfucker is the best linebacker in the league. I said he's the best defensive player in the league. Mm-hmm. But I think without his running mate and Dre Greenlaw, he's just tired, man. That defense fucking sucks against the run. The Lions are going to run it down their throat, man. I know it's 3.5. I know it looks like a cute home dog. I think the Niners suck. Brock Purdy is terrible. We saw him last week. He had multiple chances to drive, to win the game, to tie the game against the bad Dolphins defense. He looked terrible, man. There is, and I know you might actually like this, the love for the Niners is now it's completely dead. There's no more support for the team this year, rightfully so. But I think after all those big ass contracts the Niners had to pay out this year. I think they just get in and get out. I think they're just done with it. I don't think Brock Purdy is that guy.
I don't think he is either. I would not pay him. And I know we talked about this earlier in the week, and it's like, well, who do you pay? And I'm like, I don't have a fucking good answer. But
they paid everybody else. They paid everybody fucking else.
Yeah, but that when you have a quarterback on a rookie contract, it's kind of what you have to do, right?
Agreed. Yeah. But 2 or 3 of those guys got injured, and Purdy just
Yeah, it's hard. It's like I don't know what I would have done differently if I was John Lynch. And Trent, you have a great left tackle. You traded for CMC to win now. You had the receiver and Ayuk and Debo. You have the tight end. I don't know what I would have done differently.
Yeah, I think I'm not saying it was the wrong move.
Right.
They had a very small window, and I think Shanahan just fucked up again in the Super Bowl. Like, there's nothing else he could have done.
Yeah, special case of the line makes sense. Yeah, I'm not playing the line game in this one.
I'd probably go 7.5 Lions at home, but I see what Kevin's saying. So
yeah,
I don't think it's huge.
Because the Niners were 6.5 in Buffalo.
Niners were 6.5 in Buffalo
with Purdy.
Yeah, so over the touchdown makes sense for the Lions.
Well, you're so right. The Niners looked, I don't know about dead, but they look off. They looked off in Miami. They definitely did.
They didn't even care.
Yeah,
the defense didn't care.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Matt. Talk to me about future. I didn't even realize it's 12:19. I'm just going off of adrenaline right now. No, just kidding.
I'm good, by the way. So I know you got your COVID stuff, but
yeah, I'm gonna I want to hear what you have to say. But another 5-10 minutes or so is something I can do. So what are you thinking in the futures market?
So AFC, I have now committed fully a couple units, and I'm happy about my position. It's Baltimore's year, brother. I just don't see how it is. Dude. And I know everyone's saying the Chiefs are getting right. I know all this. So this is what I think about with Baltimore, and I would love just from some discourse from someone I respect like yourself. Everyone's argument against the Baltimore Ravens is their defense, and I get it. Let's say their defense allows 21 points every playoff game. What defense is going to hold Lamar Jackson right now to 21 points or less? I just don't know if there's a single one the way that he's playing. And also, Derrick fucking Henry, man. This guy at 32 years old looks like the best offensive player in the league right now. This big motherfucker running a 4-2 at your face in the later parts of the year in January where it's cold, he's going to face fuck some defenses for 60 minutes. And I think he's a huge difference maker in the playoffs when it matters. So the Ravens can run the ball with him and Lamar, which they haven't never been able to do before. Lamar is playing his best offensive football with limited turnovers. And the defense, best rush defense in the league, poor secondary, I get it. But they have a good pass rush. So it's just Baltimore's year, in my opinion. I have them to win the AFC, I have them win the Super Bowl. And I think if they face the Chiefs, I do like them again. And I know everyone's saying super the bet against Mahomes, but I don't think the Chiefs have enough offensively or defensively. And they're getting injured at the wrong time where the Ravens are now fully healthy at the right time of the year. I think that matters a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get it, but
I can play that game of what if all day. Lamar turns and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the Ravens. I obviously I faded in this year, which was stupid. But they're really close to being 1-4. Wasn't for that comeback win against fucking the Bengals. But anyways, Derrick Henry looks awesome. I was so wrong about him. I still though think it was so foolish of the Ravens not to make a move for Henry last year. You can tell me if I'm wrong. If Derrick Henry goes on that team at some point by around the trade deadline last season, when they go into the playoffs, I think they could have won the AFC. Now, whatever, not gonna live in the past. In this moment, you're absolutely right. When I watch Lamar Jackson, it's like the game has now gotten into slow motion with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think he's getting better every year. Like this is like the best version of Lamar. It's not like you're seeing the same old Lamar, in my opinion. And that is why I'm starting to I understand if he can win a fucking second consecutive MVP and a third MVP, he is playing that well.
Mm-hmm.
It is concerning though. It is really concerning how bad he and the Ravens looked in the playoffs.
Is Todd Monken still not the offensive coordinator? Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, well, I don't
But
care.
also at the same time, you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So
Monken, everybody talked about that game plan last year. It was worst all time. How he just
Oh.
audible to all rush pass plays or whatever.
It was
Idiotic.
so bad. It was so bad. I had the Ravens first half. I watched that entire game. I couldn't, if I was a Ravens fan in that stadium watching that, it would have just been, it would have been so devastating. It would have taken me months to get over it. But I'm with you. Like, I always have these moments where you watch teams and you're like, I just think it's their year. And I definitely thought that watching him play. Not even just last week, but I tweeted it, like the Baltimore Ravens were winning the Super Bowl. The way they went down the field was insane on that first possession. They stumbled a little bit, but then they got right. By the way, the Texans are just, I don't know what's going on with them. But
I have a future on them too earlier in the year I bought, but that looks terrible.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. I absolutely agree with you. And I co-sign that like to the max. And that is, as of right now, how I would play my Packers future and what I would do with an AFC team. Like, for whatever stupid reason, I would be emotionally satisfied if the Bills won the Super Bowl and I didn't have money on it. Obviously, as a fan, you want your team to win the Super Bowl, but I am a realist. I don't think the Bucs are winning the Super Bowl. All right, so relax with that shit. I have a soft spot for the city of Buffalo. I have a soft spot for their fans. Like any fan base that are just like tortured and suffer so much pain and seem like good people. And I like Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen. I like I like guys on their team. I don't love Sean McDermott, but I'd be okay with them winning the Super Bowl. But the way the Ravens are playing right now, like that's where I want my money to be in the AFC. And I don't trust the Bills defense.
No, that rush defense is still the suspect.
How is Lamar doing cold weather? Him and Buffalo and
January. He plays in Baltimore. I don't know if is that a narrative? I don't think so.
Yeah, he plays outdoors and yeah. I don't know, but also you could say this. Fucking the Bills had snow, cold at home against the fucking Bengals, and the Bengals went in there and Joe Burrow carved them up, and the defense was terrible.
Soft ass Joe Burrow. Absolutely. Yeah. Good point. So, I love Buffalo, man. It sucks as a fan base. If I lost 4 Super Bowls consecutively, I would find the closest homeless person and probably give them all my money because that's just a better thing to do with it.
I thought you were going to say something else, and I'm like, Matt, are you trying to get this fucking stream banned?
No, I was on that track, and I realized I probably shouldn't say that.
Jesus, thank you. Why is Oklahoma passing the ball on 1st and 2nd down and stopping the clock? That is not how we're going to hit this under. Sorry. Did you have any other futures you wanted to speak of?
No, but yeah, I think Buffalo is just they peaked and they overperformed too much in the regular season.
Not necessarily, but
I said it. Do I think so? Bet your ass, Mikey will.
But maybe I think he's talking to me, by the way, Matt, not you, because I said I don't trust the Bills defense, so I don't. He's not like going against anything you said.
Okay, but yeah, so that's my issue because I can argue if that was the Ravens point, the Ravens narrative you're talking about. I trust Lamar. And what if you say Lamar's going to play like he did last year? That's okay. I get that. But what do you think Derrick Henry's going to do in the playoffs?
Yeah.
I think so. I also thought back to this. The last time Derrick Henry played a meaningful playoff game was when the Titans hosted the Bengals. Do you remember that? And the Bengals run? I think it's when they went to the Super Bowl.
The Titans hosted the Bengals. Yes. It was. Yep.
That was one of my biggest actual playoff losses ever. I bet an extreme amount of money on the Titans to win. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Tannehill threw 3 fucking interceptions to the fucking Bengals defense. But Derrick Henry was doing whatever he wants. And I think that similarly plays out. But I don't think Lamar plays 3 interceptions. Derrick Henry in the playoffs is a force that defenses haven't really seen, 19, 20 weeks into the season. This guy looks phenomenal at his age. And he's 6'4", he runs a 4.2, 40. And tackling him, man, it's just going to hurt your dick in the cold weather. If you want to talk about Lamar in the cold weather, let's talk about Derrick Henry in the cold weather, tackling that big motherfucker. Because that's going to hurt a lot of people.
I'm with it. What number did you get?
I got 9-1 for the Super Bowl, which I'm super happy with right now.
Yeah.
Close to that.
Yeah.
AFC, I just got him to win the AFC, which I'm super late on, but I put a unit at plus 3-1. So,
what team are you most nervous about?
in the AFC to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has to be the Chiefs, but that's the public answer, if you would. But I'm not worried about Mahomes this year. I'm really not. They can't run the ball. Their offensive line is really, really bad, man. They have no tackles.
Special K did point out, and it's kind of true. They seem like they're starting to click.
Yeah, so everyone's jumping on the train, right? Fuck them.
I like that.
Who's not back on the Chiefs train? And I mean, that's just obviously our silly narratives that we bet sometimes, but everybody's back on Kansas City, and everyone's back on Mahomes. And what I can tell you right now is Mahomes, in the most meaningful games, look at what he did against Buffalo. There's not a receiver he can trust, and that's clear. He's throwing these underneath routes to Kelsey and these tight ends. They can't throw the ball downfield. They're throwing these quick screen passes to Xavier Worthy to substitute their deep game. And against the best teams in the league in the playoffs, I think those coordinators realize that and they adjust. Because the Chiefs cannot run the football. I know that. Their tackles are bad. They cannot block consistently. So, don't tell me DeAndre Hopkins is a deep threat now. Come on. But I just think they're limited on offense, and I don't think they can keep up with the offense if Lamar is just playing the way he does with Derrick Henry. But I'm not a Chiefs guy. That's the public answer. If I was to, I mean, the person I'm most afraid of is just Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Honestly,
agreed.
just as a single player to win them a game single-handedly would be Josh Allen. It has to be.
Why did Devin say yikes? Boomer, they scored again?
Is it 14 or 21 now?
No, it's not 14. It's 7. It was 7-0.
It is still 7-0.
Are you sure?
On my app. I'm not sure.
Oh, they fucking scored. Touchdown. 56 yards. Why are they passing so much?
Hey, W Primer. 90-0. That was his exacta score. But what kind of futures do you got? Like realistic futures that aren't the Packers?
So, I don't have anything on any conference winner. I don't have anything on make the playoffs. It's been really, it's not, I didn't really have a good read on the NFL for 10 weeks. I've just been trying to focus on sides, getting those right. I still dabble in player props. Obviously I'm not very good at them, but I still have fun. And, I thought about trying to get in somewhere, but it's like I said, it's the Ravens, Chiefs, or the Bills in the AFC. I've got my darling in the NFC, which I'm fine to basically die by. The Vikings winning would be awesome. I wouldn't care. The Eagles would be fine. I would be a year early on that, which would kind of upset me a little bit. But my hope is that I have Saquon Offensive Player of the Year, 18-1. I feel really good about that.
I tailed you. Thank you.
I did not make an MVP wager this year. I took Jared Verse Defensive Rookie of the Year, I think at 9-1. I don't know. I think he's kind of in the lead right now. Him and Quinyon Mitchell is going to be close.
Last time I checked, he was first still.
Yeah. My win totals were not good. Last year was great. I think I went 4-1. No, maybe I went 3-2, but I hit the Packers. This year I think I'm 2-3. Lost the Ravens, lost the Chargers, lost the Rams, hit the Titans, hit the Bills. I tell you on the Bills. Thank you very much. I don't really think I have anything else that good. Oh, I took James Cook and Saquon Barkley, also rushing touchdown leaders. I don't know if they're close or not. It might be Derrick Henry, I think, right? Baker to lead.
He's close.
They're close. Baker to lead the league in touchdown passes. He's probably 5 or 6 behind fucking Burrow, who won't.
I saw you hit his alt line. What's his touchdown?
30 plus 350. Oh. Got that in week 15 or 16. That was cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting and waiting. I don't know that there's anything I can really get involved with right now. The only thing I would do is probably what you just said. I like the Ravens to win the Super Bowl on the AFC side, and then I'm going to ride the Packers, even though I know it's a shit bet and it's not going to hit. It's probably like Tennessee future college football. It's like I'm hearing everybody get cute about the Packers, and it's probably not going to hit. So
yeah. Well, they got Christian Watson, so he's bad from what I hear from you. So I'm glad you invested in him.
Yeah, I've revived his career. That's been
the
great.
One I'm going to die on this year is last time the Vikings went 13-3, 13-4. It was with Kirk Cousins and we lost to fucking Daniel Jones at home. We're gonna host a playoff game. I'm gonna put Shady Beeves' net worth on the Vikings money line. Fuck the spread. I don't care about them. The Vikings are not losing round 1 in the playoffs. My defense is phenomenal.
Maybe Oklahoma. Well, I got to tell you, I'm pulling for you. A Bills-Vikings Super Bowl would hit the spot, but it's probably not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, but it would be very cool. All right, Mid-Major, I'm going to shut it down. Thank you so much for joining, as always, and making it happen on the fly. Everybody make sure to go follow on Twitter at NotMidMajorMatt. And just to remind the viewers, you are Giants team total under for your best bet, 16.5. You also like the Bengals. You got them 150. Shout out CLV Sharp. They're minus 175 right now. And your other, if you had to give a third favorite wager, was it the Lions or the Falcons?
I like both. If I had to choose one, just for sake of like the Sunday slate, I would go Falcons. Prime time. Give me the rookie getting barely over a field goal without their number 1 receiver in Drake London against a team that's gonna let a lot of people down after that huge come from behind victory.
Okay. All right, good sir. Well, again, thank you. Good luck this weekend. By the way, before I let you go, what have you been drinking lately? Beer? Are you a beer guy or whiskey guy or a little bit of everything?
Am I a beer brother? I live in California. We invented IPAs. What a stupid question.
But what didn't Southern California invent IPAs?
Essentially, yeah. So
I thought New England invented IPAs and then California made them hazy.
I mean, New England made like shit IPAs, and we refined the recipe.
I do like a hazy IPA for what it's worth.
But I've actually been drinking a lot of Macallan lately. So my clients got me like fucking 7 bottles of Macallan for Christmas. So I'm trying to hammer through those and make my bar not look so alcoholic-y.
My Puerto Rican uncle enjoys Dewar's or Macallan with coconut water.
What?
Scotch. You never had Dewar's?
No, you said Dewar's with coconut water.
Yeah, Dewar's or Macallan with coconut water.
Have you tried it?
It's actually pretty good.
Like the Vita Coco, those motherfuckers get something.
But I will say this: it's actually not Vita. He gets like a specific coconut water, so it's not like the sugary shit. It's like real coconut water, and not the. It's got like almost like pulp in it. I'll have to find out what it is.
Oh.
But anyways,
I drink neat, so not a huge fan of like shit in my drink.
That's fine. That's fine. You can do that. I did try it though, and it actually is pretty good. All right, Mid-Major, I'm going to shut it down. Thank you for joining. Good luck this weekend. Yeah, thank you as always. Feel better. Merry Christmas to you fuckers. I need a haircut. I can't wait to go bald. That's my New Year's resolution. January 20th, as of right now, is the day. We'll be in Atlanta with steak.
That was mean, Chewy. But thanks.
Crown Apple Sprite, man. All right, Matt. Take it easy. See you guys. Thanks for joining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out. That was fun. I think we powered through. Did a good enough job. I'm going to send you over to Owner's Box. I see they're live now. Say what's up. Owner's Box Sports. Have a great day. Good luck on your wagers. I'll be on. I think I'll be on the over in the next game. Fuck the weather, man. But you might want to fade me in bowl games. I'm not good. I'm not good. All right, peace, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great day.